Generals. As we take a look now at today's starting lineups, brought to you by Volkswagen. First for the Atlanta Dream, Ryan Howard, who missed some time with a bad ankle, has been terrific. Now in her third year out of Kentucky, Tina Charles. What more can you say about her career and a change for Liberty? How about this? Leonie Beavish starting for Vandersloot.
The rookie has been outstanding. At 6'4", she gives Coach Sandy Brandello's crew the jumbo unit, she likes to call it. Of course, Courtney Vandersloot also, though, as a veteran point guard, allows some more versatility with the rotations.
This is his first game this season that Vandersloot will not start. She did miss 9 games during the regular year. She will be coming off the bench. And we can see Liberty back-to-back 30-win seasons. They are trying to get that elusive first championship. The Atlanta Dream in the playoffs for the second straight year. They went through a long drought. This time back-to-back playoffs for this franchise, 2013 and 14. Tina Charles, what figure she has had?
She's been fantastic. The veteran continues to show up in big ways. 193 double-doubles. Trying Sylvia fouls this season, but she's injected life into this Atlanta team and a veteran leadership, not just life on the court.
Breaking that in the final regular season game. These two teams just played here on Thursday. Atlanta was able to win that game. They dropped the other 3 games against the Liberty during the regular season. And New York had already clinched the #1 seed, so they gave a lot of their starters rest on Thursday. But give Atlanta credit. That's against the wall they won.
Atlanta came in and did what they needed to do. I have to take that game in as a fan. And one of probably the best in-arena experience in the league here in New York. Still getting play after the second half. I think she took her jersey off in the first half. Excuse me. I think she took her jersey off. So clearly New York will get the head to the pack.
Sandy Brandello. The third year out in New York, and we have a slight delay because Chip Wooten is having a contact lens issue.
Officials are a part of our game.
Seeing is important.
Listen, that is a critical part of basketball.
Now after that brief delay, here we go. New York. Here
we go.
Sabrina Ionescu running the show. That's Zoe Stewart. Finished third in MVP voting behind Asia and the PC College. And a physical against United.
Atlanta attempts to guard screens. They really put out the guards to have to switch up screens. So you guys are working very hard to get through that screen.
Both teams really like to push pace, and now Atlanta has to settle into their half-court. Shot clock in the single digits. Charles, guarded by Stewart, gets it up and puts it in. Tina Charles still the New York Liberty all-time leading scorer.
Such a storied career. In fact, a tremendous play.
That's big for Ionescu to hit that 3. Her 3-point percentage went down after the Olympic break. It's part of the team that won again in Paris. Alicia Grant. The lefty goes left. And here comes Stewart. Goes up.
We see exactly what you mentioned, Graham. Both teams looking to play in transition so far. The
Liberty did all 3 of their shots from the floor. Beavish, guarding Canada. He's very talented, but on the small side, listed at 5'6". Now Ryan Howard gets her first shot contested. Good rebound there by Jonas Hillman does all the little things.
She's been very important in the game that the Dreams have had to win in order to keep the playoff hopes alive.
Driving on Laney, and she gets it in. Hillman has been starting since the All-Star break. Drawing the defensive assignment on Stewart.
This is the matchup I'm excited about in this one. Joshua Jones and Tina Charles, both terrific in the paint.
Jones off to the pass. You can't stop that.
Yeah, sometimes it's great defense, but it's just better offense. Look, Link at 6'6". Jonquel Jones is a tough cover.
Jones has had some up and down games this year. Rondella said she was the X factor certainly in this game. Get her going. Knock up, dying. Take it away by Storm. The offense not missed a shot from the floor yet. Beamish keeps on.
ESPN coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs is presented by Google Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google, and in part by Gatorade. Is it in you? And Nike. People always say,
It is what it is.
until it isn't. Remember before AI when you had to type to search? And when you couldn't ask your phone to do this?
Put these restaurants on the map.
What about taking a photo and reimagining it? Remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until they didn't. Get the all-new Google Pixel 9 Pro phone at googlestore.com. I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. It's so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Hold it.
How bad do you want to hold it?
Not in a bag, but pretty please.
Don't. Go ahead. Press the button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on X. You can feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
I'm Hughes Parker, Kelsey Plum, Skylar Diggins Smith, Dejanay Carrington, Cameron Brand. If I had to describe myself in one word on the court, it would be menace.
When you're on the court, nothing else matters.
Me on the court is fire.
I'm just ready to go to work.
I want my legacy to be that I left the game in a better place.
Everybody.
Everybody is wearing the skin.
Here in the W, we pride ourselves on having a super welcoming, calm, low stakes environment.
This is playoff basketball.
This is a place where basketball matters. If you love real basketball, welcome to the W.
The New York Liberty, one of the original franchises in the WNBA, they've had a great history. And this year, trying to make history. 32 wins, most ever, tied in a best record back in 2015. But Indiana bounced them in the conference final. Are 0-5 in WNBA finals. That's the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings +1. That's not a good thing. They are trying to change that this year. Let's go over the hard changes. Yeah, you talk about something. You talk about an opportunity to get there. The Eastern are going to jump to Liberty and Richmond. I'm not sure he's going to go to the playoffs. Outside of heartbreak, the 23 WNBA finals, because you all know the outcome of that one. They have a new goal, title. But first, according to Leone Phoenix, the Liberty have to play a stinking game, and it starts today against the Dream. You saw how they set the tempo and just really got their shots off quickly and proved that they are the #1 seed.
So even Coach Rondella was pretty candid with us about the heartbreak of last season, but understanding that group to influence the toughness. And even though they were so close in year one, it usually doesn't happen in year one when it's a super megawatt talented squad together.
And that's something that certainly does take time to develop. They got Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, Courtney Vandersloot, a lot of people having the meld. And now the turnover. Ryan Howard bringing it up. It was an 11-2 U.S. run that was just stopped. Last basket.
Atlanta's just not playing crisp in my mind. It's consecutive steal now for right now.
Fired up coming out of that timeout. Jonquil Jones picks up her first personal foul.
Good activity, keeping her head on a swivel by Ryan Howard to come up with both of those steals. The first time down, she had Nas Hillman for a second, being guarded by Sabrina Ionescu, right? That's a mismatch in the paint. In the second one, she decided to keep walking gets the free throw line and get rhythm going. Smart play on the second one by Ryan Howard.
Howard at the free throw line. We'll take a look at the upcoming WNBA playoffs. It's going to be a great day coming up at 3 Eastern time on ABC. It's the Fever, Miss Caitlin Clark and Melissa Thomas. And then tonight on ESPN at 5 Eastern, the Mercury and the Lynx. And then Seattle Races. Finish things off at 10 Eastern time. Go to WNBA.com or the WNBA app for more information. And a shot clock reset coming up. It was brought by Isaac Barnett, Jeff Luke, and Andy Bonner, and other officials.
What a terrific slate of games, guys. Easy.
It's the other problem. We have this one, right? All day long.
It feels like a very appropriate combination of such an energetic year in the W.
Record-breaking year, so many respects. Ishiguro guarded by Wnba, puts it up, and Wnba got it. And count the
Come on, I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
looking for room to land, and there wasn't any there.
Alicia Gray, just full comment collected here, using that left hand dribble.
Oh, I see what's on the line. All right, that's 3.
Off the
Old fashioned way.
one
Plus, you gotta make it.
point line there. So, a good looking shot.
All right, we need a lot of this from Alicia Gray. Make this game interesting.
Against New York, that's this year for any Atlanta Dream. So she's had some good games against the Liberty. That's the lead down to 4. And another whistle where it is almost impossible to hear. Tanisha Wright in her 3rd year, taking her team now to back-to-back playoffs. And I knew kind of the hard way. They were 7-17 at the All-Star break. They had a 7-game losing streak, and here they are. This foul was from Charles. Picked up. Jones.
It's just really good patience. Cuts to the open spot. And even though
That's why they give Peevish the start.
using her wingspan and her length, but a great pass by Jonquil Jones out of the paint.
He got a couple of threes in this game. Greg thought about it. Tried to get the bounce pass through, but Stewart messed that up. Inside. Forget about hands on the basketball. It's a shot violation.
Listen, speaking of the huge part what both of these teams are going to do, but for New York, because of the versatility of this jumbo lineup, you will see Leonie Beavish, but not Jelani Hamilton, Brianna Stewart, they will switch because of the versatility and their size on defense.
Wnba at 5'11", the only player under 6 feet tall in this starting lineup. First time this 5 years started together as a unit all season. Stewart cross line. True fact.
It's really a tough call against Jordan Canada. She wasn't there, but she was not in position to absorb the contact straight on. She comes over, stops and help. Doesn't quite have the right position.
Brianna Stewart, who got off to a slow start this year, has brought her numbers up since the Olympic break. Hitting 40% of her threes since then, only 23% early on in the season.
Yeah, but after that, she's shooting almost 73% in the restricted area, which ranks 3rd amongst players that have taken at least 100 shots from that area. So she gets to the rim.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Jordan. True.
Jonquil Jones almost took Jordan out.
Jonquil Jones with the hard edge, but not in the legal Defense leading to offense. This has been a fun battle between the two guards, Canada and Sloop. And Wnba here just continuing to move without the basketball and then weaving away between three red jerseys.
Signed a training camp contract with New York in February. Is that paid off?
You mentioned her experience playing basketball in Germany. Jonquil Jones told us that she thought that was why she was able to come in and fit so well. She's got a lot of basketball experience under her belt. And she's not afraid to be aggressive.
8 points for 6.5 minutes of this game. Canada covers a lot of real estate. They called another foul.
What sort of stands out so far in this ballgame is the size of the Liberty can put in their guard positions. Jordan Canada is trying to find ways to create some gaps using her feet to make a draw foul there. Basically,
Solidly the fourth team foul. Gray back, where is it? Stewart. Can you get it? It's a 7-0 Liberty run. This 11-point advantage, their largest of the game. Sabrina driving on New York. Her turn to pick up a foul.
Yeah, and again, we talk so much about that screen action. Sabrina has the opportunity to go left ball right there, decides to go to the right side, strong side, and gets the inside step back.
Wnba gets to the line for the first time this afternoon. Keep up with playoff intensity in the WNBA app. Stay locked in with the latest scores, real-time highlights, on-court analysis, and behind-the-scenes stories all in one on the WNBA app. We're going to be busy with that today with James.
Absolutely.
That's good. Knocks them both down.
I must say too, Pam, the team that runs the app, they do a great job of making sure the fun stuff is there and not just the scores. It's all outfits, the looks, and great sound bites. So it's storytelling.
Drop clock again into single digits. To Charles. Nope. Everything is difficult for Atlanta. Their shooting is 3 of 11 from the floor. Esther got rid of it before she lost her foot. Liberty's first miss from the floor. Wow. So 7.5 minutes before the Liberty missed their first shot from the floor.
A whole lot of contact on this final screen. Sally does take a small step. She's not established. She doesn't give the offensive player time to readjust her path. So this foul is justified. But as we watch it, the game continues to be physical in this way in terms of the one-on-one matchup. Remember that down the stretch, Atlanta had 3 overtime games within their last 7. So you're talking about playing big minutes on the Atlanta Dream spot, particularly Team Charles.
And especially during the Washington game, if they lost that game to Washington, and they were able to come back and win it in overtime. Softly has a couple of fouls. Davis has checked in, blocking this is from the outside. Yeah, Stone Cold.
Trying to be aggressive this power in the backcourt. These are the fouls that drive coaches crazy so far away from the basket. It's unnecessary. She reached in. Sabrina does her part to sell it, as she should.
And pardon me, that was Kalu who checked in for Atlanta, not Davis for New York. There's Sabrina right back on the line. Kalu had been signed to a 7-day hardship contract a few days ago and played her one and only game here at New York on Thursday.
The dream did Charles at the end of practice, and Kalu had the last one. Just encouraging her team, attention to everybody because she achieved the goals.
Right now they are starving for some points. Getting a lot of second chance opportunities either. They're being out rebounded 10-1.
It's just a reminder of how much bigger this New York Liberty squad is.
Nice hesitant by Vandersteel from the inside.
Don't be fooled by the 3-point numbers, 3-point percentage numbers taking a little bit up and hit. Sabrina, that's what it's still will light it up.
It is a 14-0 New York run. Charles, tough. Finally, the drought is over. 4-11.
They just haven't been able to get anything easily on the offensive end.
Sabrina finally misses one. She had hit the last, or scored the last 7 points for New York in their run. Number 5 out there guarding Ryan Howard. Alicia Gray taking it all the way in and drawing a foul.
The Dream are going to have to be more decisive. This New York Liberty defense is swarming. It's been physical. But waiting until deep in the shot clock and then settling because you don't want to absorb the shot clock violation is not giving them good looks. For them, the first step is going to be to pick it up defensively. That was sort of a missed shot. They were able to get a little momentum down the floor, and then Alicia Gray decisive with 11 seconds on the shot clock makes a strong, aggressive attack.
Alcoa Stewart completes the 3-point play, and Sabrina Ionescu taking a well-aimed rest. New York up by 15. They are shooting 80% in this quarter, 8 of 10 from the floor. Dallas looking around corner. Gives the yeah. She drew a foul.
Again, the decisive decision making. When John Jones went to the bench with two fouls, the team need to be looking for Tina Charles. This is just great patience. The double team comes. She refuses to be denied. Strong finish, trying to ignite her teammates. Now, Taylor Thornton is a part of that unit of players with Brian Stewart and the vernacular Lady Hamilton that will also slip.
Shot clock is off there for Vandersteel. There was a lot of content going on the screen. Nothing was caught, but now a chance for Wnba. Ray misses. Liberty, they scored 23 points, 73% from the floor, and hit 5 of their 6 threes. Alicia Gray, here's Mark. Leash, the Liberty were 5 of 6 and 3. How do you limit their opportunity going into the next quarter?
Let's have a point more ball pressure. They shot this for me. They hit a lot of shots. We just got to pick it up on the defensive end.
Don't forget all our focus on statement games. So what energy do you want to bring into the second quarter?
Focus on statement games. What energy are you all trying to bring into the second quarter? My energy, I feel like was a little less in the first quarter, second quarter. Definitely to pick it up so this game don't get out of hand.
All right, thanks, Lee. Thank you.
The Liberty were second in the league in terms of assists per game. The ball movement has been hot today, and Sabrina Ionescu is making it all worth it from behind the arc.
I got a joy down in my heart. Deep down in my heart. It's down in my heart. I got a joy down in my heart. It's down in my heart. Today, I got the grandest, greatest feeling. This feeling's really here to stay. And it's a joy that needs revealing. So I just want to say, to take things so I can some words, take some good way.
Well, you're with Amex Platinum. You're set up for the perfect solo trip. What that looks like. That's the powerful backhand of American Express.
I'm a leader by pushing my teammates to be the best that they can be.
I am a leader because I set a strong example.
I'm a leader by being responsible. I stand up for myself and others. I'm confident.
I'm fair.
We want girls to lead their own way. That's why the NBA and WNBA are proud to support Leading Girls, a program that teaches girls to reject stereotypes and embrace their leadership superpowers. This is what leadership looks like.
This is the one who keeps it moving. He stocks the right parts and knows just where to find them. Because this is about more than business. The industrial grade products you need, call, click, or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you certain you're fit?
Sure.
Your imprint certain. Certainty matters. When you need certain promo gear, you can be certain 4 Imprints got it. Quality apparel? Got it. Drinkware? Got it. Bags? High-tech? Outdoor? Got it, got it, got it. So go get it at 4imprint.com. 4imprint for certain.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs presented by Google. After one quarter of play, New York leads Atlanta 29-16, game 1 of this best-of-3 first-round series. And our Chambers joining you. Well, very loud at Barclays Center, and let's talk about the coach. You talked about your defense walking in the destructive. Hey, coming to the defensively. It's loud in here, question. What do you want to see in the second quarter? We have to do a better job of handling pressure. We didn't handle the pressure, so then we weren't able to get up and down. We weren't able to get up and down the way we wanted to get up and down. So we have to do a better job of handling pressure. Taking some shots, being able to get stops for what we wanted to do. Thank you so much. Once you get back to work, and again, it's loud.
It is very loud in here. I mean, these Liberty fans have shown up full force. But obviously, the head coach is absolutely right. And you can see in the latter part of that first quarter, the three did settle down a little bit and got better looks.
Smith a little bit too much muscle behind that. Ryan Howard only had 2 points in the first quarter, rolled up from the free throw line with the miss. Katina Charles continues to fire away. Charles, who grew up in Queens, played for the Liberty for 6 years. Contact with Donald Jones, who was back in with 2 fouls and only hit 2. The officials confer, Amy Bonner and Isaac Barnett. The consensus is it's a Vandersloot foul. The first. Ryan Howard out of the game now. With the basketball. Signed in late June and has been a good addition to this dream team. The Blue? Nope. Who's JJ?
There's got to be an urgency in that except for the Atlanta Dream because of how well the Liberty does.
If Atlanta had their druthers, they would score in transition, but New York did a good job of shutting that down.
Transition was the first thing they worked on in practice yesterday. It's hard to get out of transition when you can't get stops.
Nice finish for Charles. Tina now in double figures. Got a good look. Tina Charles got the rebound.
The misses that allowed the Dream to play with a little bit more pace, just a little too fast right there. 131, so called fault for the travel. I appreciate the idea though.
The execution, lacking.
Sabrina Ionescu early in this ball game, leading all scorers and doing it in a variety of ways, getting to the paint there. And then, of course, you know how lethal she can be from behind the three-point line, spacing the floor beautifully for this Liberty squad, shooting that ball as bright as the fire that comes out of the torch.
How about that? And Sabrina with a dozen in that first quarter. Came out, hit a three early.
I know. One of the things in highlights when you talk about Sabrina Ionescu's game is the three-point shooting, but she's actually having almost another assist, one more assist this year than she did last year.
And assists are up for her. Phoenix. Those are so much confidence.
She's got a
She's got the start today over Anderson. Has 10 points, joining Ionescu in double figures.
Now, that high-low between Charles and Naz Hillman was effective for the Liberty in those last three games. Excuse me, for the Dream in those last two games of the regular season. But give the Liberty credit there, their rotations were on point to call that the play.
Atlanta beats Washington in overtime, then Chicago here on Thursday to finish the eighth and final playoff spot on the last day of the regular season. JJ still looking for some. That's another just. And John Cloud at 6'6" can score and also.
She's patient here, right? You have to respect her ability to hit the three, so Tina Charles has to cover up. And then Leone Fevich, again, continuing to move without the basketball, as Ryan Howard was late to get back into the play. And to add insult to the injury, if you're the Dream, it's a three-point range.
It's just that. Fevich, now with 13 points, leads all scorers and also has tied for season and career high score. Great decision by Coach Condell.
It makes perfect sense.
Tina drawing extra attention. It's a bounce pass on the feet. Got kicked. Ball stays with Atlanta. Shot clock now at 14.
That is fortunate for Atlanta because it was just 2 on that shot clock.
Sandy Brondello looking for her first WNBA championship. Great years in Phoenix. 9 years there. Looking for the first time to bring New York its first time. That just skipped off of Fevich's hands. Tanisha Wright. Good hands by her, correct? And she's a great player at Penn State.
There's this interesting push and pull happening for the Dream. They're trying to play faster because you got to move the basketball to find gaps versus a smart defense like the Liberty. But they keep ending up late in the shot clock trying to play fast and forcing things that the Liberty have set on via the scouts.
Howard, good defense by Stewart to close it out. The ball stays with Atlanta, but they only have 3 seconds to shoot.
The New York Liberty, though, they share the basketball. The sugar is sweet. Leone Fevich in the scoring topic.
ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs, presented by Google, is brought to you by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
You can't hear the heat pops.
Ted, you're getting cooked out there.
Yes, coach.
I'm sorry to say, you're being traded to Montana.
But I'm your father.
That's why this is so hard.
What team is in Montana?
Siri, what's the name of the guy I had a meeting with a couple of months ago at Cafe Grinnell?
You met Zach Wingate at Cafe Grinnell.
Hey,
Zach, yeah.
oh, I didn't think you remember me.
Yeah, of course. As soon as I saw you, I'm like, it's Zach. Nobody walks like Zach.
Asia, the car's small.
It's a little cramped, but it's fine.
Fine. When you became MVP once, was that fine? No, you did it twice.
They built you a statue.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fun.
Can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the port. CarMax.
Hey, what's up, Antetokounmpos?
Welcome to Greek Tea with the Greek tea.
Dude, is this all teak?
Between you and me, it's mostly oak.
It's great, but I need help starting my own business like you did.
Use LegalZoom. It's a fast and easy way to start your own business.
That is easy.
LegalZoom. Start your own business.
Is this pillow made of wood?
Yes. You want to buy one?
No.
I'm over it.
I'm over needing a prescription to get birth control.
Introducing Wnba, the first FDA-approved daily birth control pill that's over the counter.
Because we're over the hassle.
No prescription, no appointment, no hassle. Wnba, birth control in your control.
The journey to the top starts here. Wnba playoffs presented by Google. Let's get it.
This Liberty defense, folks, has been swarming. Watch the way manipulating Hamilton and Miranda Stewart switch here. But then on the back end, you got Wnba, who was a part of that jumbo unit, being inserted into the starting lineup later today. Rotating over, disrupting the cut. It turns into Liberty basketball because they are connected on a string. And when you look at the way they've been able to cycle this dream offense, nothing from the three-point line, and they have struggled to get quality looks in the paint. Even though that paint margin is just 10-8 in favor of the Liberty, you don't need a bunch of paint points if you're Liberty. You got folks knocking down threes all of a sudden.
Yeah, has not hit a true. 0 for 6 from distance, just 35% overall. Meanwhile, New York shooting a blistering 65% from the floor. 5 of 7. I mean, all the numbers that you look at would bear out that New York would be up by 16.
Yeah, the slogan here at the Barclays Center, one of them is light it up. And that's what we are doing from here.
Well, get the shot off in time. It's the 6th turnover for Atlanta. Ionescu and Phoebus have combined for 25 of New York's 36 points. So just those two players alone are outscoring the Dream. John Parker single digits now for Tony Hamilton, who somehow made up for feet, but Elijah couldn't finish.
Big Ray, her feet got tied up with the National Hamilton belt.
Going to the hot hand to Charles, an assist for Jordan Canada.
If you're the Dream, thank goodness for 10 guys. The only person that's been able to find any sort of rhythm and is shooting 6 of 8 from the floor.
The rest of her team has hit just 3 field goals combined. Sabrina. Now great. Atlanta.
You saw immediately off of that miss the intentionality by Stephen Gray to force the issue in transition. I think this, honestly, Graham, may be one of the few clean transition opportunities that the Dream have gotten. Alicia Gray was surveying, and if they're going to take the basketball and attacking everyone, if they're going to make this pass to him, great hands and finish by Nelson.
Well, gets the 3-point play. Tina Charles had done a little personal scoring run before Coleman was able to convert. Cuts the lead down to 11. Rogers almost scored 7 points in this quarter. Against Georgia.
Signature and Hillman did not communicate, and Brianna Stewart.
Quickly, Keaton strikes again. Canada has not scored in this game. Johnson.
The presence of Jordan Canada and not so many, particularly in the second part of the season, when they got important for Atlanta to find something, and they're seeing that here today as well.
First shot by Wnba left it short.
Good defense by Canada there, even though she gave up size.
Hillman and Canada playing together overseas. Had it before, right? At Howard Chambers.
Yeah, they definitely do. They play together. The Melbourne Boomers actually, phonetically checked out the 75 days. But not so that she didn't even have a chance to. We'll pick that up when we come back.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
Not gonna beg, but pretty please.
Don't. Go ahead. Press the button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro One X. You can feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
Has there ever been a better time for women's hoops? Megan Reyes here from Good Follow on DraftKings Network, bringing you all the action from around the league. Women's basketball is on fire, and DraftKings Sportsbook is the place to bet on this epic season. New customers, download the app, enter the promo code, and bet $5 to score $200 in bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours.
As a successful CFO, I have one secret to help you build wealth. You need to be careful who you listen to when it comes to your financial decisions. I'm not a CFO, and this is not a penthouse. It's a very long commercial. I'm not even human.
When it comes to your finances, listen to the nerds. We've researched and reviewed thousands of financial products to help you make smarter decisions.
I'm telling you, Coach Staley, I could really get used to this retirement thing.
Coach K, there's a goat here.
The story of my life.
No, Coach, there is a goat here.
What's this? $1,000 hospital bill? But I have good health insurance. Did you say Gap?
He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Oh, that flat, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh? Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Welcome back to Brooklyn, where New York leads Atlanta 40-29. Let's go back for Howard Chambers to finish up that story about Nas and Jordan Canada.
Yeah, that Nas and Jordan Kennedy connection is not any mistakes. They play overseas at the Melbourne Boomers. And JC was saying, just being able to feed off of each other and learn each other, that kind of flowed into the season. We picked up right where we left off. Nas knows how to work screen. She knows when to roll. She knows how to want to get the ball. So I really don't have to talk to Nas as much. And you see the chemistry flowing from them on the court today.
It's so important, isn't it, to have that connectivity?
Listen, and it's not just a field. The numbers bear it out. The last three games that Atlanta had to have, in the 72 minutes that Hillman and Canada shared, Atlanta outscored opponents by 19 points.
In that starting lineup, since the Olympic back from the injury. Barely's the shot. Still not 100% according to head coach Sandy Braga. What we're coming with.
She plays so hard, though, when I can be Hamilton, and so much of what she does is sort of unsung. She was a player that John Paul Jones told me probably doesn't get the credit that she deserves.
Inside, Charles. Nope. Rebound by Sokolov back in the game.
Now, bear in mind, Atlanta's not been able to close this gap. Look at Paul Jones. Look at this.
Sabrina got hit by Ryan Howard with a foul call. Ryan Howard, boy, she's only got 2 points, 0 for 5 from the floor. Pardon me, no foul call on that. It was just a possession over the for Stu.
This afternoon on both sides of the basketball.
Stewart. Head up, looking for a target. Fever to lead.
Passing has been fantastic. Season, but it's New York Liberty squad. Game. When you get this much star power, don't be stingy. Share the love, share the joy. Fever to the Nigel Lady Hamilton.
I'm telling you, Coach Staley, I could really get used to this retirement thing.
Coach K, there's a goat here.
The story of my life.
No, Coach, there is a goat here.
What's this? $1,000 hospital bill? But I have good health insurance. Did you say Gap?
He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Well, with that flat, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh? Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro. Okay, somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day when I'll be the one you dream. It's gonna. It's gonna be late.
Dude, are you crying?
You know, she's got her own. You know, let's buy some Sabrina shoes.
The brain is consistently done. She is going to give it to you. This is fantastic. Ellie and Steve in front of us right now. This is such a privilege. I can't see that now.
And more Monica McNutt and Ari Chambers joining you. New York off to a great start. Game 2 will be on Thursday night. Another rebound for Stu. Best of 3 in the first round, and you got best of 5 in the semis and the finals. Inside the sunlight, Ryan Howard, what a block to come out and more for New York. He was able to hang on to it. And look what shot.
Excellent play by Ryan Howard. But the Liberty keep playing.
There's a foul. Thievish here. Midcourt. Coming up on the WNBA halftime report presented by State Farm. We talk about Caitlin Clark's playoff debut. That's coming up at the top of the hour. No, for an hour 10 for an hour 3 Eastern time on ABC. And Asia Wilson. Redemption.
Man,
MVP.
unanimous. No random vote in a random
No sitting year 4th and 5th or whatever. They're going to talk about that. Biggest lead of the game here for New York on an 8-0 run.
I can probably tell you that our today's gonna be thrilled about the paint scoring and the passing by the bigs. Drea is going to be all about this defense and the way it's moving for this New York Liberty squad, how it's connected. Somebody let me know if I'm right about that.
That's a tough call there on Friedrich. A couple of quick ones. Sandy Brondello again won the championship in 2014 with Phoenix. We're trying to get the elusive first one here for New York. And in the bonus, so here's Gray at the line. What a day this is. We have all 4 WNBA first round games for you. Coming up at 3 Eastern time, the Fever at the Sun, and at 5 Eastern on ESPN, Mercury Lynx, Storm, and Aces. Finish things off at 10 Eastern on ESPN.
I think the next matchup. Now remember, the Fever got 1 victory during the regular season. Connecticut got the other 3, and that was how the Fever started their season in Connecticut. And
a 1-8 start for Indiana. Obviously not optimal, but it was moving with a gun. New York twice, Connecticut twice.
Teams in the league, right?
Sabrina cooling off a little bit after a fast start, but the ball will stay with New York. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. It could have been an anomaly in this game. Not one bench player has a single point for either team.
Well, the scoring has come from really 3 players, essentially. Not Hillman made it 4 in being involved earlier in the second quarter.
Squeeze. Short. Couple of seconds difference between the two clocks as Ryan Howard brings it up. Ryan Howard, everybody, 0 for 5 from the floor, just 2 points.
She's really struggled with finding clean looks. And give them New York Liberty defense credit.
Averaging about 17.5 points per game during the regular season. Pulls it, misses it. Tina, who else? Doesn't get it. And then Hillman was blocked. New York's defense. So they 3 shots. It close out the first half and 1.5 minutes. As New York shot 55%, hit 5 of 10 from the floor, led by Phoebish and Ionescu. Just 36% for Atlanta. They were 0 for 8 from 3. What a first half for the Liberty, trying to get that or elusive first championship. After the break, State Farm halftime report. Al Duncan, Andrea Carter, and Wnba.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
At US Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones. We also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Cobras, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything from adding a debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending needs. With Co-Browse, we're always there for you on your road to here. Because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these guys' cheers and these guys' cheers. People are good. For you, Wnba, best enjoyed together.
Let's tell the freaking world. One of my students is ringworm. No, here's a class.
Hello, Miss T.
Hello, Mr. Eddie. Hope your day's going well. HR is here today, so if anyone has something they want to file, raise your hand. Not about me, about other things. These are the takeout menus I gave you.
Those were suggestions that we should go out to dinner. You're sick.
Write that down. Come on. Whoa.
Precise designs, subtle curves, curated upgrades, elevated design for thoughtful living. Wnba.
This is a story about the one. The untrained eye may not see the one as extraordinary, but her goals aren't easy. She fixes, she manages, she provides. She is extraordinary. Because for the one, maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need plus 1 million more. Call clickgranger.com or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
When you bring a ruggable rug into your space, you're bringing in more than just a rug. With Ruggable, you can let your true colors in, let new traditions in. With Ruggable washable rugs, you can let life in. Welcome to Wnba Halftime, presented by State Farm.
Welcome into Bristol and our WNBA playoff studios. I'm El Duncan alongside my girls. Carter, Wnba, I know I've missed you. I've missed you. It's looking cute. Wow, an 18-point deficit right now is the Atlanta Dream down big on the #1 team, New York Liberty. And Janae, how about what you're seeing from the Liberty Guards?
Look, this is one saying that I swear by. Playoffs are where role players win you games, but stars win you series. And when you get play from Wnba, 5 for 5 from the field, 15 points, that as a role player will win you a game.
This is incredible. And we're going to talk about this in one of our countdown shows, the biggest pickups this year. Wnba going to the New York Liberty, and the New York Liberty snagging her. That has been huge defensively, but now offensively as well. She has been such a key piece. I've had my eye. Well, first of all, I love you talking guards. That's very nice. Oh, gosh, here we go. Love that. Speak right.
Don't worry, I got something for you.
My eyes been on Sabrina Ionescu because I know the Liberty held out for their starters and they played limited minutes last game against the Dream, but Sabrina's numbers have been down since the Olympic break. She has not been as efficient from the field. For her to come out after only scoring 3 points against the Atlanta Dream in their last game, she has been lights out in that first half. So I've been impressed with her.
That's great. That's cute, Drea. But big girls need love too. And I have to shout out Brianna Stewart because what we've been able to see from her, I know last year when the playoffs started, it seemed like she was tired. She was tired. This is reinvigorated. She's one of the postseason's best performers. I mean, look at her push the tempo, distribute the ball. When she's moving like this, the world is on notice. She averages 23 points per game in the WNBA in the postseason. So watch the big performance in the second half.
Again, Sabrina Ionescu with 14 points right now. But if the Dream thought that they were going to pull off an upset, Leonie said, "Fish, please."
Oh,
still ahead. There's so much more of this. Just getting started. I haven't even had my espresso yet. Caitlin Clark. Okay, Trisha. As she gets ready for her WNBA postseason debut, we'll talk about Caitlin Clark has arrived.
Here for it.
This halftime is presented by State Farm.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
Not in a bag, but pretty please.
Don't. Go ahead. Press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. You can feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
Is this what you want? These crunchy ridges?
Yes, go.
If you want to secure the bag, then step it up.
Does he know there's more ruffles in the pantry?
You want these chips? Keep practicing.
Has there ever been a better time for women's hoops? Megan Reyes here from Good Follow on DraftKings Network, bringing you all the action from around the league. Women's basketball is on fire, and DraftKings Sportsbook is the place to bet on this epic season. New customers, download the app, enter the promo code, and bet $5 to score $200 in bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours.
I can't handle this.
Great handle takes practice.
Jewel Lloyd.
The key is balance and anticipation. To no one can steal.
Someone did steal.
Oh. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm's here.
We should watch the game.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
There's more in the business than the game is in. You want to meet customers where they are.
Digital experience game.
Make buying friction-free.
E-commerce strategy game.
Build competitive advantage. Rewrite the playbook game. And that's where Deloitte comes in. We can help businesses of every kind advance and connect all that it takes to perform.
Whatever game you're in.
Deloitte, proud sponsor of Progress. Alicia, your car's small.
It's fine. When you became MVP once, was that fine? No, you did it twice.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
Can't feel my legs.
Sunday night boots. Sunday night baseball. Looking for the fans to rock it tonight.
Welcome to the playoff push with late inning rallies, signature moments, and a wild hunt for October.
The big one comes down to this.
Phillies, Mets. Welcome to Sunday Night Baseball. Tonight at 7 on ESPN.
When eyes are on Caitlin, eyes are on the league.
It's very lucky to be in this moment.
Caitlin Clark to lead. WNBA record 19-6.
At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from that.
Stop me if you've heard this before. Caitlin Clark has set rookie records, franchise records, league records this season. Here are just a few of the most notable rookie records that she broke this season: total points, total assists, three-pointers, and points scored or assisted on. I'm out of breath. And another milestone on the way is at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC. She will start her foray into the WNBA playoffs when the Fever face the Connecticut Sun. What do you expect to see in Caitlin Clark's debut?
Confidence. Caitlin Clark, the C stands for confidence. To average 19-8 as a rookie is unbelievable. It's exceeding expectations. But then on top of that, to set the single season assist record in the WNBA your first year as a pro, I mean, are you not entertained? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. I think a lot of people were critical of the Indiana Fever, their start, her turnovers. Guess what? She put those critics to the bed. They're quiet now based off of her play. And I love how she's learned and embraced the game, and her teammates have embraced her as well.
You know, I think their start to the season is a nod to how special she truly is as well, because you have a team that starts 1-8, and they're now in the playoffs, and they're now the best team since the Olympic break. It's a testament to, one, Caitlin and her ability to figure out the league, which is something we talked about left and right all spring. Caitlin's going to figure it out. It's going to take time, but it's also a testament to her team. Watching the team gel around Caitlin and watching Kelsey Mitchell thrive and Aaliyah Boston thrive, that duo, whether it's Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston or Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell, those are the top 3 duos in the league. The other one is Jackie Young and Asia Wilson. So they're in conversations already with 2 greats in this league. Watching the team thrive as Caitlin's gotten better has been special.
They were all-stars for a reason. I think a lot of people at All-Star break were like, let's try to figure out this Fever team. Well, they are hot.
They are certainly hot, and we will see what they could do in their debut. They say they're going to play loose and confident. They should be here.
That's dangerous.
They're going to play with house money. That's the incredible. Dangerous. Here's the least surprising news of maybe the year. Asia Wilson just named league MVP for a 3rd time, leveling up the most dominant season that we've ever seen. Promises include the first player to score 1,000 points in the season, setting the single season rebounding record, leading the league in blocks. She also joined Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, and Lauren Jackson as the only players to win the award 3 times. If that wasn't enough, unanimous for the first time since Cynthia Cooper in 1997. Try to put into perspective what you saw from Asia this year.
Historical, legendary, and I want to go back to, just because we knew it was coming, that does not make it less special. And my favorite part about this unanimous award for Asia is there have been so many people that have said, Asia is great, but it's because her teammates are so good. It's because she has players that are around her that are amazing. Her teammates struggled this season, and she was better than ever. It has been remarkable watching her work.
That was great analysis, but I'm going to keep it simple. Get you a girl that can do both. Defensively, she's been being able to be an MVP, but also a defensive player of the year candidate. I mean, come on, what else?
That's 2-way player in the league.
Thank you.
And now she can do something else that hasn't happened. So Cynthia Cooper and the Houston Comet Days, trying to get a 3rd straight title. We have a full day for you across our networks of ESPN and ABC. Fever Sun 2:30 on ABC, Mercury Lynx 5 on ESPN, and then the aforementioned Aces and Storm 10 Eastern on ESPN. As of now, second half on the way from New York after this. This halftime is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Look, the world is a big place where beauty takes many forms. Stories have many sides, and truth finds its way through the camera's lens. For more than 25 years, we've reflected the world as it is and captured the beauty of what it can be. Our 3 unique brands have one distinct goal: to move the world. Just take a look.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. That we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
So what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome to the best season of the year. Football. Welcome to the comebacks, stars, the exclusives. That's food of the game.
Set a new time.
Sure is.
Welcome to a dynasty. Simply for the ages. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
What are you doing?
Seriously.
These are my buttons. Only I press these buttons.
You were hired to be a maintenance manager, but everyone knows you as a problem solver. And you know who to call to help keep your operation running. Grainger has over 1 million products, including the one you need now. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sleep more deeply and wake up rejuvenated. Purple Mattresses' exclusive Gel Flex Grid draws away heat, relieves pressure, and instantly adapts. Sleep better with Purple. Visit purple.com for a store near you today.
No, hold on. Use this. Okay, ready? How's that?
Fathers go hard all day. Winners don't cry, they play. Start the game.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs presented by Google. It is a spectacular day in New York. Well, where we are, let's take a look at the stats. With the score, an 18-point advantage, and the numbers certainly all bear it out. With the Liberty have an 18-point lead, Pam Warren-Hudson, Ari Chambers here. Let's go over now to Sandy Brondello, the head coach for the Liberty, and for Coach, you guys got off to a great start. What is working so well tonight? Hanging here. What's working so well to get this good lead?
This is like a hospital. Things to the floor. Defensively, holding the 30 points, it's great. Offensively, we're just moving the ball and taking what defense gives us.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
All right, it is so hard to hear.
Listen, the fans in this arena are doing their part to galvanize their team.
Amy Hamilton with the miss. This is game one of the best of three, game one of the entire playoffs for 2024.
Lots of energy today. Terrific matchups across the board. Of course, following up the Indiana Fever, led by Caitlin Clark, the first time in the postseason since 2016, taking on the Connecticut Sun. It's going to be fun.
Last time they were in the playoffs was Tanika Ketchum's final year, but Ryan Howard has had a tough go. That is her first field goal after she missed her first 7.
Yeah, listen, if you're playing, this is your opportunity to make a push. League can come and go in this league, but you got to capitalize now on this turnover by the Liberty because those have not come often.
New York has won every game during the regular season where they led at the half, 24-0. They had a nice lead here. Howard misses again. Amy Hamilton gets it back to Jonquil Jones, who picked up a couple of relatively early fouls. Now working one-on-one against Tina Charles. Talk about talent. Between those two and Tina Hackett.
Two former MVPs in this league at various points in their career. It's just such an incredible matchup. Both have tremendous footwork. They got the size to match up with one another. Young Boy using that sweeper, just get the best of Tina Charles, and Charles commits the foul.
Just 4 points in the first half. Liberty have hit all 10 of their free throws.
It doesn't feel like JJ played much of that first half with that foul trouble.
12 minutes. Leonie Beavish, number 13 in black, the rookie, getting the start over Courtney Vandersloot, but she was terrific in the first half. She's got 15 points on.
Some of the mistakes that Atlanta is making are the small things that I'm sure are still not going. They are the small things that Coach Tanisha Wright talked about, her and her staff getting in the gym and working on with the team over the course of the Olympic break, as Alicia Gray is able to find light in transition.
And this is the team we asked her before the game, Coach Wright, if they were surprised to be in the playoffs. And she said, you know, we weren't even thinking about that. We were just doing, as you said, just trying to get a body on finish.
The collapses defensively, scores is just not going to get it done.
It's out for Charles, and boy, Atlanta really is not getting any second chance opportunities. Beavish, 18 points, 6 for 6 from the floor. Still hit the hot 10. She's slow getting up. So it's 5-on-4 right now for Atlanta. Howard, but Dauphin hits it.
What I will be curious to see in this third quarter, well, particularly for the latter part of the third quarter, is what Sandy Bardell decides to do in terms of minutes. She was very candid with us about her long marathon-style run and watching minutes for her players down the stretch of the regular season.
So the ball stays with this New York team. They really relied on Leonie Beavish today. For more on her, let's go over to Ari.
Yeah, like you said, Sandy, you never know what she's going to do in the minutes, but she told Leonie to never get too high, never get too low. And Leonie said she knows that she makes the right decisions, reading the game, tilting her shot, and she's a versatile player that has more access to her game than what she's showing now. So she's playing her role for what the Liberty needed her to do. And you have to remember, she has the national experience. She's been from. She's an Olympian, and so she's showing that here.
Absolutely. Great stuff. Credit to that is both Sandy and her team's faith and her performance, practically in her first WNBA quarter. Right? This is when the intensity wraps up the most.
That's good. Passed up.
It's like here for Beavish.
She had just missed her first shot of the game during Ari's report, and then came back. Still needed another block. 3 blocks for Stewie. Missed the 3-pointer. Ball comes back over to Atlanta.
Off of misses or makes on Saturday, we heard this Liberty squad say, get to the 3-point line, play with space and pace, and do just that.
English, 4 for 4 from 3. Extra pass. Still stepping.
Stewart in the New York Liberty. We got to learn how to stay on fire in multiple languages.
Oh, the game's on here. Let's hit the road.
It's the Disney Plus blockbuster offer. That's right. $1.99 a month for 3 months of Disney Plus.
That's a great idea.
Get the hottest shows. What can you say that again? Biggest movies. And most epic events.
What happens next?
For a limited time, get 3 months of Disney Plus for $1.99 a month.
Join me with the Disney Plus Blockbuster offer. People are good. For laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing, but for getting up to something. People are good. You and me. Best enjoy it together. Good.
Hi, Dad.
At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Back to work.
I'm telling you, Coach Staley, I could really get used to this retirement thing.
Coach Tech, there's a goat here.
The story of my life.
No, Coach, there is a goat here.
What's this? $1,000 hospital bill? But I have good health insurance. Did you say Gap?
He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Well, with that flag, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh? Getting help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac.com.
Welcome back. We're getting a look at Barclays Center from Immersive View in Google Maps. You can use to explore places and routes and inside. Yeah, Jason Sudeikis, who is here often watching a little soccer. It's okay, Jason.
Very good friend for today.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's coaching Cynthia Nixon. Actor was in Sex and the City and other projects. Sue Bird is here as well. Sarah Haynes from The View, who said hello to me, and Renee Stubbs, your buddy.
Absolutely. Also, the recording artist known as her. Outstanding. Oh my goodness. Glamorous, great shades as always. Listen, WNBA action is the place to be.
How about that? And more Monica Michelle and Art Chambers joining you. New York with its biggest lead of the game, announcing their presence with authority in the 2024 playoffs as the #1 overall seed. Ryan Howard, who had a very quiet first half, is having a loud third quarter.
Nothing has come easy for the dream, though. As a collective, offense has to get creative and slice and dice with its defense to get opportunities at the rim.
Rescue's being pestered by Canada. Good closeout by Hillman to stop Stewie, but they can change it.
John Paul Jones did an incredible job of establishing herself in the paint, making herself a big, undeniable target. She seals Lorella Kubai and just uses her strength and her shoulders to draw the contact. What a terrific.
Kubai just into the game. Third-year player of Georgia Tech who started her career here in New York found Jones, who got the three-point play. And we're talking so pretty to watch. Only Minnesota is averaging more assists per game in the league. Gray sticks with it. And Hamilton helps out. Jones took away from 3 dream players. Now contact. No foul. Great set things up.
This game has been physical on both sides. They talk about the way the guards are guarding one another, or of course in the paint.
Shot clock to single digits for Atlanta. Canada wide open. And those are the first points of the game in Georgia, Canada.
Canada for an outside of transition, I think that was the best offensive possession we've seen from that Dream yet.
Danny Hamilton, Beavish, JJ with the height advantage of a coffee around the horn again. And they still have time for a shot from Ionescu.
Even though that play doesn't result in looking for the Liberty last year, at least 2 of those shots would have actually been shot attempts. But today, you see an example of why they are second in the league in assists per game and the relationship that they've been able to grow in a year.
And that does take time. Got to the finals last year with all those new faces, and this year they seem to have marinated very well. Soon does that was not foul.
Just the Liberty can just put so much pressure on you offensively in so many positions.
Take a look at the bracket now. Vegas and Seattle on nightcap tonight. On the other side of the bracket, Caitlin Clark makes her postseason debut against Connecticut at the top here on ABC. And then Minnesota and Phoenix at 5 Eastern again. Boy, the Lynx are playing well.
The Lynx are playing fantastic basketball. And as you look at the top 4 seeds in the standings, the Liberty, the Minnesota Lynx, the Connecticut Sun, and the Las Vegas Aces, the Lynx are the team that the most productivity out of their bench. And we see how we've opened our day with such physical play. You need depth in the postseason.
Stewart delivers at the line. Lisa Tavia finishing second to Asia Wilson in MVP voting this season. That was announced earlier today. Howard did a good job to draw contact from Ionescu and gets to the line.
It makes a difference for Atlanta when they're aggressive on the shot clock, right? It's just a mindset of attack as opposed to stopping and waiting and allowing things to develop. There's such a fine line in basketball. Things have not developed well for them, so that needs to be aggressive. Not at all.
Sunday Night Baseball coming your way. The series finale between the Phillies and the Mets, 7 Eastern on all the ESPNs. Reporters and radio included. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern on ESPN 2 with Baseball Tonight Sunday Night Countdown. We got Wnba action throughout the day and evening as well. Haley Jones, that's her first shot. She was just put into the game, did not play a single second until then.
That's nothing that signature to her game. Only shooting 21% from the 3-point line percentage.
Just her 7th 3 of the year. Had to play some point when Canada was out first during the regular season.
It's just unfair. Just set back the elevation and the finish.
Anna Stewart now with 15. Beavish leading the way with 21. Tia Charles with 12, the only Dream player in double figures. The bounce. Up to the wall. 15 this time by Haley.
Kevin Thornton does such a good job of bringing the energy, continuing to add to the advancement of Ricketts when it comes to versatile, switchable defenders and players for this Liberty squad.
Man, Atlanta got to chalk this one up.
Jones, who's 3, by the way, was the first bench point from either team in this game. Her last trip down. The lineup here for Tanisha Wright trying to get things right. Ryan Howard. Now we see the real line.
Yeah, but so much of this has happened because the actions are quicker. You got to make a decision, catch and shoot or catch and attack. The holding and waiting for her has not served them well.
Ryan Howard with 10 points in this quarter. And just 2 in the first half, both from the free throw line. Coming back in for the Dream. Alicia Gray goes out. 9 points and 5 rebounds for Alicia.
It feels a bit like Coach Wright trying to You know, that starting unit outside of mine, a little bit of rest because they're not making push. The fourth quarter is coming quickly.
First basket again, she came off the bench today. Beavish got the start. First time off the bench for Vandersloot this season. That's the first bench points for the year. Shot clock, hit the skinny again for Atlanta. They need Ryan Howard.
Oh, he with it. Oh my goodness. I don't understand why that doesn't get activated until 6 seconds on the shot clock, but
Stewart missed the layup and is grumpy with her own self about that. Hayden Jones going by Stewart, but then has to come up with a plan B.
Jones at least is aggressive in terms of attacking, which is what we talked about in transition.
And that's a great sign, right? Didn't just hang her head, didn't play all in the first half, came in, hit a three, and is continuing to be aggressive for Atlanta, but needs another shot in the arm. You can try to get back in this game. 14 seconds to shoot. Oh, bye. Clock again, single digits. This is Stewart got hit by
Just trying to get to the board is Coffee, which is not in position. She'll be called for a loose ball foul. Graham Stewart has been all over the course today. I know she quietly got going in terms of scoring, but early in the ball, it wasn't the score, but she's been all over the place.
A tough year. We talked to Sandy Rondello about that. She lost her mom, had to take some time away to Vandersloot, and just the family atmosphere of being able to rely on teammates and coaches.
Yeah, of course, I'm not those out to school and the family, but it is so true in terms of developing depth in your relationships as teammates. It's not just the time you spend on the basketball court or the way that you support one another when things are great, the way you celebrate and enjoy life, but also having each other's back during the time.
Finally out. Howard. Here in the world, though, Lady Hamilton bumped into her, but nothing was called. It's a 20-point advantage for New York. And Wnba Phoenix having the best scoring day of her WNBA career.
We looked at, I don't know if I have the right sit with this, but on fire in German is Eddie Brown.
Has there ever been a better time for women's hoop? Megan Reyes here from Good Follow on DraftKings Network, bringing you all the action from around the league. Women's basketball is on fire, and DraftKings Sportsbook is the place to bet on this epic season. New customers, download the app, enter the promo code, and bet $5 to score $200 in bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours.
Asia, the car's small.
It's a little cramped, but it's fine.
Fine? When you became MVP once, was that fine? No, you did it twice.
They built you a statue.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fun.
Can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
Here in the W, we pride ourselves on having a super welcoming, calm, low-stakes environment.
This is playoff basketball.
This is a place where basketball matters. If you love real basketball, welcome to the W.
This is a story about the one who keeps it all moving. He is measured, precise. He thinks ahead, stops the right parts, and knows just where to find them. Because for the one, This facility is about more than business. The industrial grade products you need delivered fast. Call Granger.com or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know
I did. Oh, don't forget dragon fruit. You're really good at that.
There's no added sugar, GMOs, or preservatives.
Once kids try Once Upon a Farm, they won't stop talking about all the goodness we put inside.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs presented by Google. ABC, the Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever getting ready to take on Connecticut. And it will be her playoff debut, part of this 4 games in first round action. You get to see Caitlin. But so far in this game, it's been all New York Liberty, Pam Moore, but not our championship. They came out swimming and they had it stick out.
They're talking about wanting to make a statement. Now, mind you, these two teams met here for the last game of the regular season, and both Atlanta actually won. But clearly, as the playoffs have come on the way, New York's attention to detail, both offensively and particularly defensively today, they have been on a string. They understand how they want to switch, how they want to react. They are locked in on the scout in terms of taking away some of Atlanta's favorite things to do.
Let's go over to Ari.
You know, the chemistry of New York is not by mistake. They have another year to gel together. And honestly, JJ said the flying charter helps with that. The one thing that they can do, though, is show up for their teammates. We all know Courtney Jenner unfortunately lost her mom in January and June. Her name was Jan, and we're praying for Courtney and her mental. But her teammates have been able to step up, and no matter what version of herself she brings, she said they'll take me exactly how I am.
And I love that. I love that from her team. And not just Courtney, but I think across the league, we've seen players in the MVP name today be honest and vulnerable about the various things that they are doing with as they attempt to compete and win basketball games.
Courtney Vanderstoot is now 2 assists away from passing Sue Bird to have most assists in playoff history. Sue Bird is in the building. So it's in the building over on Celebrity Row. It's stuck. You know, look at that.
I have it right here. Okay, right here. I got Ellen. I can do a lot of things.
And the Birdman. So Atlanta has all reserves in right now. What do you think about this? Down 20, minus 15 seconds.
My thought process is this will not be long if you're going to make a push. Now, if there's been something discussed in the huddle, what's that you're going
Atlanta has officially given up, thrown in all of their reserves. I figure you should let your players play through this, but hey, the coach know what she's doing, right?
Wow, that's a very tough basket. University of Georgia signed at the end of June when there was a roster shakeup that included Crystal Dangerfield getting much trouble. So that's going to be disheartening, and they come down and just boop, boop, points.
Are you kidding me? So the player as a basketball player, right? Like you're fighting for every single opportunity, and you can't come up to the top either. It really tests your mental fortitude.
Game 2 will be here on Tuesday night. We here, shot by Solid. And Stewart on the bench with Phoenix for the Liberty. So their bench players getting some minutes. And even with a nice ball fake, she was hit.
The aggressiveness by this second unit for Atlanta, it's in contrast, frankly, to the way that the game started, and particularly in the first half. Now, I got to give full credit, though. The Liberty are missing a lot more shots, which allow you to get out in transition, because they came out lazy to start the ball.
And the NBA playoffs continue at the top of the hour on ABC. It's the Fever and the Sun. These are all game 1s, best of 3. Mercury links at 5 Eastern on ESPN, and at 10 Eastern, finish your day with the Storm and the Aces, the two-time defending champions. WNBA.com and the WNBA app has all your information. Me here listed both. Softly puts your shoulder down. Ball goes off.
Looks like Sophie was losing her footing there. Fortunate that ball goes out off of her thing.
10 seconds to shoot. Hamilton, basket.
Turning over that right shoulder with the defense hanging on her and kind of creating the space to fade away.
Side of me here. And again, Sobley and Jones were both there. I think they got Sobley. So we here, right back to the line. Sobley has just picked up her fourth personal foul. We here spent some time in Paris over the summer with the Canadian Olympic team, and there's Sue Bird, who just might see her all-time playoff assist record get broken. Sue,
we are on record watch.
Point advantage for New York. They have not trailed in this game. It was tied at 2, and it's been all Liberty on the break. Caldwell, Wnba, too strong off the glass, and me a rebound. Gets tied up by Sobley and stayed with it.
What a rebound. I asked Ryan how to do someone on this dream squad that doesn't get in the tournament. She's at LA, the teacher leader. There are glimpses of that from the South Carolina game that make you think about what you could be as a pro.
Timeout here in Brooklyn.
I'm telling you, Coach Staley, I could really get used to this retirement thing.
Coach K, there's a goat here.
The story of my life.
No, Coach, there is a goat here.
What's this? $1,000 hospital bill? But I have good health insurance. Did you say Gap?
He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Well, with that flag, you can get money to help close that gap.
That flag, huh?
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. .com.
Asia, the car's small.
It's a little cramped, but it's fine.
Fine? When you became MVP once, was that fine? No, you did it twice.
They built you a statue.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fun.
Can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
You want to stand for something greater?
Yeah.
Jump. And get back up again. To show that when you stand for something, it will stand forever. Gatorade.
I'm over it. I'm over needing a prescription to get birth control.
Introducing Opill, the first FDA-approved daily birth control pill that's over the counter.
Because we're over the hassle.
No prescription, no appointment, no hassle. Opill, birth control in your control.
You never want to lose your edge. And the Lexus RX completely understands that.
This copyrighted telecast of WNBA Enterprises may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of WNBA Enterprises.
Time now to take a look at what fans have been searching for, brought to you by Google. And right now, you know the top trending WNBA player in the entire country? It's not Caitlin Clark. It's Leonie.
And listen, folks, she's giving you good reason to want to know who's that girl. She's 7 from the field, 4 of 4 from the three-point line. She's been so effective on both sides of the basketball, switching aggressively, getting in passing lane, getting to the glass. She becomes just the 7th player in WNBA history to have their first career 20-point game in the postseason. From the right shot in the right, she's a rookie. Listen, man, showing up.
Wow, what a start. What a great move by Sandy Rondello. I think she started her for Vandersloot, but she liked her bigger lineup, the Wnba lineup. And boy, has it paid dividends. The bench continuing to get some things done. That's Xavier Kalu. Again, playing just her second game, signed to a hardship contract.
This is what we've talked about all game being so important, allowing the defense to create some offense. The team getting out in transition. And interestingly enough, Pee-wee, not too long ago, you asked me about strategy here. Sandy Rondello's still going with her start. She just made substitutions. The aforementioned Beavish is back on the floor, as is Brandon Stewart.
We haven't seen the dream. We have not seen it all in this fourth quarter. Lee here with the rebound. Now decides to drive right at Brianna Stewart. Salute to Stewie. Somehow was able to keep her balance and travel. Slow. Short. Goodbye. It over to Khalid. New York is led by minus 22. Number 16 is Wnba on the lots. Candy Burke.
Candy Burke. Part of that looks like they rotate and switch screens because they're very good.
It's 2 minutes to play in this game. Off glass, no good. So looking for Stewie, who has a double this afternoon. Just missed the reverse lay-in. York shooting was pretty block at the blistering first minute.
The first quarter, particularly knocking down 5 threes.
Wnba, bottled up by Beavish, and it's a tough shot for Wnba.
For no further seconds off the bench. It's a great job of capitalizing on this match.
Sabrina Ionescu is going to come back in. Smooth, drives, puts it up. Ends up a little wobbly. It's an 8-0 final run. All the bench players against there's Steve. "17 points, 10 rebounds for Brianna Stewart." He's going to get it over to Vandersloot and slow things down a little bit. Listen.
All right, we're going to call this one. We know New York has this. We're going to switch over to the Indiana Fever Connecticut game. But I would say before I go that I like what I see from the Atlanta bench squad, not really the reserves. Like they came out and played with energy. I'm not sure what happened to Atlanta starters, but yeah, they got hit in the mount one time and they were like, all right, that's it. We're laying this down. Y'all got it. Hopefully we see a better showing from them on Tuesday, or they will not be making it back to Atlanta, folks. Stay with us. We're going to switch over to the Indiana Fever Connecticut game.
The differentiating factor. Like, which teams have the experience to understand